Hi, good morning. Welcome to this morning's meditation here on the Deanna Awakening Love page. How are you this morning? Please say hi and where you are. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. How are you? Not quite so sunny here this morning. Very cloudy actually and windy. We had an amazing storm last night. Loads of thunder and lightning, and it absolutely threw it down. The rain was just so heavy, but it was beautiful because of course it nourished all the plants and the grass and the earth and just cleansed everything. So it was really lovely to have so much rain. The earth really needed it as it's been quite hot the last few days, particularly yesterday. It was really hot, which I think is why we had such an amazing storm last night, and it lasted for quite a few hours. Good morning, Berlin. Oh, is it Mother's Day in Berlin? Wow. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, we had this incredible electric storm last night. It just went on for quite a few hours, and it absolutely threw it down. The rain was just torrential, but as I said, you know, it nourished all the plants and the grass and all the places that really needed lots of water from the heat from the last few days. Good morning, Washington. So, you know, and it's like we all need that nourishment, don't we? Just like this, when there's a storm, you know, the outcome of the storm is the rain, and the rain nourishes everything. So it's like even when we're in the middle of a storm, when we're in the middle of a drama or a crisis in our lives, there's always something beautiful that's going to come out of it. There's always something that's going to nourish us, just like the rain from the storm. So we have to look for the treasure in these situations and recognize that even when we're going through something that's difficult, that's really challenging, maybe even a kind of life crisis, that there will be something in it that is the gift in the whole situation for us. Sometimes it's difficult to see that. I was a bit concerned I hadn't watered the plants for a few days. Well, yeah, just hadn't watered them at all, really. I'd kept forgetting to do it. And then the amount of rain that we had just completely made up for it. So that was amazing yesterday. Good morning, South Carolina. Lovely to have you here. Just saying that we had such a great storm yesterday. And the weather's supposed to be a lot cooler today, but I don't know. The sun is coming up behind me. I think it might end up being a bit warmer. Good morning, Blackburn. Good morning. Good morning. Please say hi and where you are. Oh, gosh. Good morning. Okay, I will do that. Thank you so much. That would be a big help, Catalin. Thank you. Bless you. Thanks. Yeah, I'll put my I'll send you a private message actually, or I guess I could put it underneath the comment. I'll think what's best to do about that. Thank you for your contribution. That's deeply, deeply appreciated. Yes, and actually, whilst we're on that subject, yes, if anyone does want to make a contribution through PayPal, I'll put my PayPal details in the comments below. Also, if you would like my YouTube channel, if you don't have it already, there's so many videos on there, and I'm planning to put on all of these and some more interviews and things that I'm going to be doing over the next coming weeks. So please do let me know if you like my YouTube channel. Please do let me know if you'd like to make a contribution, and I'll send you my PayPal info as well. And I think that's everything for the moment. So how are you all? Do any of you have any questions about anything, about meditation, spirituality, anything going on with you that you'd like me to discuss, or that we can have a sharing around this morning? Please do let me know. Oh, I know, I've got some news for you actually. At 11 a.m. this morning, so that's 11 a.m. British summertime, London time, I'm having my Sunday in service gathering over on Zoom, which is where some friends of mine, an amazing band, will play music. We'll also have meditation, we'll have sharing, there may be poetry and different things. It's another space, and you're all very, very welcome to come over to that. And yeah, the details are on my timeline. They're on this page, Deanna Awakening Love. If you go to the posts, you'll be able to see the Zoom link and the Zoom password so that you can get in. And that's every Sunday at 11 a.m. British summertime, London time. And I'm, you know, it's kind of another place to gather this beautiful community, this global community that we are creating here together. And some of my old friends, new friends, family, and you know, so you're very welcome to join if any of you would like to. I'd love to have you there. I'd love to have you in that space. It's such a lovely space. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, please do join me every Sunday in service, 11 a.m. British summertime, London time. And the Zoom links are on my Deanna Awakening Love page. They're on my Deangie page. It'll be also on my Instagram, Deangie Official. And yeah, so you can find all the information in various different places. So you're all very welcome. Currently, it's just, you know, it's a free space. Again, donations are welcome, of course, but you're very welcome to join if you want to. So I'd love to have you there. Good morning. Good morning. So I think that's some of the news things out of the way. So if any of you have any questions for me, again, about spirituality, meditation, or anything that you're experiencing, if you're having any spiritual experiences that you can't explain, that you don't understand, I might be able to shed some light or offer some wisdom to that. So please don't be shy, just, you know, ask. I'm very happy to open this space for you. And I'm grateful that you're all here and that you're all so committed to this learning process that I'm offering here in this space every day. It's such a commitment for me. But it's yeah, it's a real commitment that I made quite a few weeks ago now, and it's just finding it so nourishing to offer this and for you all to commit to being here as well. It's so wonderful. How are you all? Do let me know if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to ask me anything, or anything you want to share. I love the fact that the sun's coming out now. Having said it was going to be a cloudy day, I don't think it's going to be a cloudy day, do you? It's not looking like it. Yeah, I'm wondering what else to share with you today. Well, we had a first live event with my friends, the band that you'll meet today if you join the 11 a.m. Zoom gathering, and it went really, really well. They had so many views. There was lots of people tuning into them. The music was amazing. It was such a gift for everybody all over the world again last night. to tune in to that music. Often, you know, people were on their own or various different circumstances, as we all are, and it was just so nourishing to hear the music and for them to share as well, for them to be able to share in that way. It was just fabulous. So I do encourage you to check them out, Shrinari, and you can meet them today on my Zoom gathering if you come. That's at 11 a.m. again. So, in the midst of awakening, there's often the feeling that all doors are closed, even with closed people. I feel very strongly that it's a spiritual guidance to go inward in order to harmonize the outer world. What do you think? I have to say that you're asking some very, very pertinent questions. And I do appreciate the questions that you're asking because they are deep and not frivolous. So yeah, in the midst of awakening, there's often a feeling that all doors are closed, even with closed people. I feel very strongly that it's a spiritual guidance to go in. Yes, well, everything is coming from within us. Essentially, everything comes from within us. So our perception is coming from within. Yes, when somebody is having a spiritual awakening, life will orchestrate itself, will organize itself so that there is space for that human, for that being to have that experience without too much distraction. You will often find that, and often in the midst of awakening, particularly a Kundalini awakenings, many things in life fall away. So often people will experience the loss of their comforts, you know, so it could be like the loss of their home, they have to move out, or maybe somebody physically leaves their life, or maybe a relationship breakup, or the career, or sometimes it can be a combination of all of these things. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just means that the transformation that's happening with that person is so big that they have completely outgrown their old life and their old experience. So that old life and old experience has to just fall away in order to make room for the new being that is emerging and being recognized through the form, which is awakening to itself. So in awakening to itself, the old has to just be let go, and that can be very painful, it can be traumatic, it can be challenging, it can be all kinds of things for people. You know, we often have people leave our lives for one reason or another just anyway, because, like, you know, people come into our lives and they leave our lives, as we spoke about this yesterday, didn't we, all about relationships. So yes, in this process of awakening, often we are having to, you know, the universe will provide us with a space for that awakening, but often it will come through some challenge, some big change in our lives. But it's because the energy of awakening that's moving through the body is so strong and so big that it can't withstand the old life. And often through awakening, because it's the person that, because through the being, the person that you were before that process, you recognize that you're not that person. So there's also an identity crisis that happens where the old identity is left behind and a new identity begins to form itself. And by identity, I mean it's kind of identityless. So it's not such a strongly formed opinion of who you are and what you are anymore. You know you're not those things. So often people will change their names, you know, they'll leave their jobs, things will fall away from their lives without very much effort often. Usually it's all kind of happening of its own accord. And it can be a bit of a shock to the system as well, and it takes time to integrate the awakening into the experience, because it's often such a big shift in perception for the one that's experiencing it. Hope I've answered your question okay there. Let me know if there's any more to that that you'd like to be answered. Good morning. If you see my writing, send me a message. I want to talk to you. Okay. Depends what that's about. Obviously, I get lots of messages. They're not always ones that I want to respond to. A common one is, are you married? As you can imagine, I don't want to respond to that every time somebody sends it. So, do you have any more questions that you'd like to ask me, or anything you'd like me to expand on? Expansion being the word. It's all about expansion. Meditation and these sessions are all about expansion. The expansion of you, the recognition of you as the infinite being in form. Because that's what you are. Infinite being in physical form. Amazing, isn't it? You really are a miracle, in case you didn't know that already. You are one of life's miracles. And so all miracles are possible because you already are one. And it's good to remember that, that when life is challenging, difficult, that you are a miracle already. And so all miracles are possible. And being infinite consciousness, recognizing the infinite consciousness that you are, in that all miracles are possible. So there's a divine potential here, aware, awake and available to you every moment. There are billions of possibilities for your life, for your experience, for you to nourish yourself, for you to expand, for you to grow, for you to learn, for you to experience. And in every moment, the more present that you can be with life, the more those possibilities and opportunities open up. Don't know what it is with my nose this morning, it's itching me. There's more and more possibilities for life to open up. So, when we meditate, we are attuning to that great life force energy that holds all these possibilities for our soul, for our expansion, for our relationships, for our careers, for our entire life to just completely expand in all ways. So presence is the most important thing, to be aware of the presence that you are in every moment, to meet life in every moment. So that you can expand into more of what you are. Do let me know if you've got any questions about meditation, awakening, your experiences, or what you're experiencing at the moment. Or maybe there's something going on in the body, mind that you don't understand, and you'd like some guidance with that. Do let me know. Do you have any more questions? Great, another big question. You're making really good points, I think. You've mentioned very strong energies during the awakening that I truly feel right now. How to manage all of those strong energies. Sometimes I feel that it's my true strong power that this awakening process. But sometimes, for example, this morning, you just want to hit something or someone with burning anger, which in my opinion is the true power of the human being translated into a destructive form because of the frustrations of the slow and hard awakening process. Any thoughts? Let's all just take a breath with that, shall we? Yes, the energy from awakening can be very strong. And the point is to allow it to move through the body, but not to take action towards anyone else. Nobody else is responsible for your feelings or emotions. You are fully responsible for your feelings or emotions. And I suggest that if you're having a deep experience or an overwhelming experience, you need to sit with those emotions and feel them. Don't take it out on anyone else. Allow yourself to feel and process that anger, because that anger is not from the awakening. It's from some trigger in your life, something that you've experienced in your life. An awakening is not a slow or hard process. It is what it is, and you awaken at the perfect moment, perfect time for you. And that opportunity of awakening is open to you in any moment, anywhere, in any moment. So the very act of searching for something can be the avoidance of it, because you are what you search for. So the very act of searching for something can be the very thing that holds you back from it, because you are what you search for. So the more you search out there, and you believe that awakening is going to come from another person or from something, then you're actually missing the point, because you are awakening. Your very soul is here to awaken. But yes, anger is a big one for a lot of people. I think it's particularly prevalent with men. I don't want to negate that women obviously feel anger too, but I think that men, society, the way that society is treats men, and the expectations of society often means that men suppress their anger, which is why often a lot of men can be using their anger in ways that probably they would prefer not to be using it. So it's really about looking at the emotions that come up. It's very simple, but it's difficult in that it's not something that we've been taught to do, but to sit with the emotions of the anger, to actually allow yourself to feel it, but without acting on it, without damaging anything or anyone, of course. Just to feel that motion of anger moving through the body, and to experience it fully without action, just to sit with it. Can you do that? Because as I mentioned in a previous video, that is the freedom to be able to watch the emotions arise and fall and move through the body without continuously acting on them. Maybe dance might be a way for you to deal with anger. Maybe running, maybe, there are different ways of channeling our energy. Maybe there's another way to channel that energy for you as well as to watch it come up. It's not about avoiding it though, because avoiding feeling the anger is again suppressing it, and long-term health wise that won't do you any good, because it gets stored in the cells in the body and creates other issues further down the line. So it's very important that as we experience emotions, we feel them. We allow ourselves to feel them. So I hope that's answered your question. Right, let's all get comfortable and get ready for this morning's meditation. So wherever you are, if it's really late where you are, you can lie down. If it's not and you're comfortable, then please sit up with your back straight. You can cross your legs, have them in the lotus position, palms facing up towards the sky, hands resting on the knees, just making sure that you are warm enough as well. That's important, and that your back is straight and that you're comfortable. And then taking a deep breath in and breathing out, and another deep breath in and breathing out, and another deep breath in and breathing out. And for those of you that are just joining, we're about to start the meditation. It'll be less than half an hour now, so please do join us. Make sure you're warm enough, comfortable. Put your headphones on now. Share this if you'd like to share it with anybody that would like to tune into the meditation with us, and just listen to the sound of my voice. Closing your eyes now, and of course I'll close my eyes and join you as well. And just the first thing, of course, we're going to do is to feel the body. So to notice how the body's feeling, notice any sensations happening in the body in this moment. There may be some emotion, there may be some feeling, sensation. There may be some tension, there may be expansiveness, there may be contraction, there may be all kinds of experiences going on in the body right in this moment. Just allow yourself to really tune in to your own body. To bring all your awareness to your own body. And if there's a place in the body that needs your attention right now, then take your breath to that area. Just breathe into that area. continue to breathe into that area in the body that needs your attention right now. Just be aware of what's happening. And just moving both of your hands to your stomach now, and just placing both of your hands on your stomach, connecting with your emotional center in the body. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out slowly, gently. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out slowly, gently. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out slowly and gently. And just allow the belly to soften, the whole body to soften. With each breath, connecting with the emotional center of the body. And just notice if there's any tension in your arms or anywhere else in your body. And give permission to that part of the body to just relax, to just soften into this moment. And let the belly relax. You can just release your hands now, just pop them back on your knees. notice again how the body's feeling now. Breathe. Breathe. Just continuing to allow the body to settle into its own rhythm in this deep relaxation. Just notice how the skin is feeling in this moment. Noticing any sensations in the body. Any sounds in the room or outside, just be in the awareness of all of it. Of all of you, of all the parts of you. and just meeting all those parts of you in this moment. Meeting yourself with love, here now. Continuing to meet yourself with love, with openness, here now. You might need to take a slightly deeper breath. Continuing to meet yourself, all the parts of you in this moment, with love, with openness. Whatever is arising, just meet yourself with awareness, with love. And receptive. Breathe. Again, be aware of any tension in the body and just give permission to that part of the body to just fully relax. And in your own time, when you feel ready, you can begin to slowly open your eyes. And just give yourselves a moment and if you're just tuning in, then you can watch this from the beginning when it's posted on the page, Deanne Awakening Love. Thank you for joining me for this morning's open session. and meditation. If you'd like to connect with me, you can connect with me on my Deanne Awakening Love page on Facebook or my Deanne page. Please do also check out my website www.awakeninglove.co.uk. If any of you would like my YouTube channel information, then please do pop the word YouTube in the comments below this video. If any of you would like to make a contribution via PayPal, please just pop the word PayPal in the comments below this video, and then I know who to direct the information to. Thank you so much for all of you being here. So much love, many blessings. Have a blessed afternoon, blessed evening, blessed morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all again tomorrow at 8 AM GMT London time. Have a blessed day. Much love.